The topic of today's episode is sustainability of social enterprises. And if you ask me why I chose this topic, I believe that the time we all are going through this pandemic, only the governments or the NGOs cannot do everything on their own. We as society, we as change makers, we as people who are leading their communities, we are the ones who can make a difference. We are the ones who can help our economies, who can help our people, who can help different initiatives to go through this pandemic, to help our people to go through successfully go through this pandemic. So this is the reason why I chose this topic, and the templates that we'll be discussing today, they are the ones who will help you to redefine what you have been doing, what you can do, and how you can help your initiatives and the people who are involved in that. Next, please. So, before we start, I gave my introduction. Michelle has already given her introduction. We wanted to have your introductions, but that is going to be with a twist. Shafak, over to you, please. How you're going to ask everyone to give their introductions.
Thank you, Mavish. First, let me check everyone is listening me. Can you listen me? Okay, fine. There is a twist in the introduction, as Mavish said. We need to focus when every participant is saying about him or herself. And what you guys will do, you will note few points, and you are going to tell some attribute of his or her personality, which you extracted from his or her introduction. So let's listen our all participants quite vigilantly how they are describing themselves. So please note few points from each introduction, and you will be expressing those points in your turn. Is it clear?
Call out the names, Shafak. Aap list mein se one by one call their names.
Okay, sure. Let me open the list. Well, I guess let's make it alphabetically.
Okay.
So first one, who is from, just a minute, actually need to open my chat box. Yeah, first A. It's Angie.
Hello.
Hi. So Angie, you are going to introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Angie. I'm from England and I work for Time Bank as an administrator. Been doing that since December.
Okay, you can share your hobbies.
Hobbies? Folk dancing mostly, and playing the accordion.
And say about your current weather.
About the weather?
Yeah. At your place.
Okay, it's beautiful and warm. It's a bit too hot for me, but as you were saying earlier, it's nothing to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
I'm sitting in the shade.
Okay, that's great. I hope all the participants noted how they find Angie. So next one, Chris.
Hi, my name's Chris. Yes, that's right. I'm from Australia. I have been working in international development for many years, including in Pakistan, and working with Plan and a few other NGOs. But now I'm mostly retired and I'm writing a book about ABCD, and it's 2 degrees outside, but I'm warm inside.
Okay, that's great. Would you like to tell us about your city? How do you see, how do you explain your city to us?
I live in a place called Ballarat. Most people think Ballarat is a cold central town. It's about 125 kilometres from the big city of Melbourne. But it's very nice, very beautiful. People are very friendly.
Okay, thank you. Next is, I guess this is apprentice.
Hello, I'm not sure how good my connection will be. I'm Kirsty from Joburg, and I'm just listening in for interest to find out more about the program and social enterprises, etc.
Okay, thank you. Would you tell us something else about you, about your personality?
I'm involved in tourism and obviously have a love of wildlife and the spaces that surround in the wilderness areas.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So next we have who's the next from A? It's I guess he joined he or she joined us editing.
Hello, I'm
Hi.
Ajong from Indonesia.
Would you like to tell us something about you?
Yeah, I'm currently working as a lecturer in Islamic University in Surabaya right now. And then,
Would you like to
yeah.
share your hobbies with us?
Pardon? I cannot hear your voice.
Would you like to share your hobbies with us?
Oh, okay. My hobbies is reading and then sightseeing.
Sightseeing. And what's the best site you see recently?
Pardon? Cannot hear your voice clearly.
Would you like to share what was a recent site you visited, or how do you describe that site?
The sightseeing one. My hobbies.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Next,
Just to interrupt, can we stop maybe sharing the screen whilst we're doing the introductions? It'll make it much easier for you. You'll be able to see everybody.
okay, sure. Kalsoom, can you please stop the screen sharing?
Yeah, I stopped sharing.
Okay. Thank you. So the next is Gillian.
Hello, I was the person talking before at the beginning about the weather. I'm from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, and that's that's about 100 kilometres north of Brisbane. And we have a startup social enterprise funeral business that we are starting here in this region.
Okay, that's great. Would you like to tell something else about your personality? Would you share with us?
I like to chat, as you knew at the beginning. I enjoy company. I guess it's almost my hobby is kind of working in my community too. I love working with people. And I suppose I moved here 17 years ago I live in the hinterland. I live in the sort of the hills. So I enjoy the outdoors where I live.
Thank you. So next, who's the next? Who would like to share about him or herself? I guess this is Mahaway.
Oh, hi. My name is Winnie, short for Winifred. I'm originally from Africa, but I live in New Zealand now for 18 years. I live in Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand, well known for being windy and few earthquakes. I work for the Department of Internal Affairs. It's a government department, and I'm in the community-led development space. And you know, as part of sustainability for community-led initiatives, there's a lot of interest in social enterprises. So I would like to know more about social enterprises and how, you know, they can be sustainable. Being vegetarian for the past 16 years, my hobby is in cooking vegetarian meals and reading spiritual books. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I guess you explained so well that the other one will guess how they find you. Thank you. So next is Romana. Romana, can you listen me? Your mic is mute, I guess.
In the meanwhile, let's take Stacy.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Stacey. I'm in the Hunter Valley in New South Wales in Australia. I live in a space which is pretty remarkable. 30 minutes to the east and I can get to the beach, 30 minutes to the west and I can be on a farm, 30 minutes to the north and I can be in fresh water, and 30 minutes to the south I can be in a forest. So it's pretty cool place to be. I work in a high school and with lots of young people. I'm very interested in modifications that we can make to social enterprise and how that can be used with young people.
It was so nice to listen to you.
Let me check the other. I can't hear anyone.
Welcome, Romana. Are you listening me? Well, do we have someone else?
Romana,
Michelle.
can you hear? No, okay, maybe Romana can't hear. I couldn't quite hear what she said when she popped in. So I'm Michelle, and I'm in King Lake, Victoria, which is probably about 2 hours from Chris and about 14 hours from Stacey. So I live up in the mountains, surrounded by gorgeous national park, and it is cold. Not quite as cold as Chris, because Ballarat is traditionally known as one of the colder parts of Victoria here in Australia. I think it's about 3 or 4 degrees here, so it's a bit of a heat wave for you, Chris. Yeah, and what do I do? So I work in community development across Australia, but also internationally. I was actually with Angie in Hull earlier this year, just before COVID sort of became the big issue that it is now. So great to see you, and I'm looking forward to the session. So thank you.
Thank you so much. So I guess now it's Kalsum, your turn. Kalsum.
Hello, this is Umair Kulsum from Islamabad, Pakistan. So as already Mavisha has introduced me, that I am one of the director of the Phemonics, that of the organization we both are working. Apart from this, I am a travel lover, so I always love to travel to different countries. So tourism is one of my hobby, and otherwise I used to do writing as well, and I'm working with the UN as well. I'm running a project with the UNFPA. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalsum. So Maybe do we have anyone else, or should it must be my turn?
Anyone else?
I guess Romana is not currently with
Romana
us.
is having some technical
Okay,
issues, I
fine.
guess.
Well, I guess now all of you know each other as well, but quickly we will try to guess about the personalities about each other. Like, how do you find this person from his or her introduction? I guess we are going to take it just like random. Anyone can share his or her views. Let's start with me. Like, I guess, Stacy, you are so energetic person, and I'm feeling energy while listening you. So it's really nice. Let's start it. Let's take it few seconds for everyone, and just go random and express your views about the participant. Anyone you choose.
I want to go first. Because
Okay, fine. Okay.
So what I got.
You are going to express only one or two member.
I'll make two comments.
Okay,
I'm going
okay.
to cheat. I'm going to make two comments. Stacy lives in very cool place, and Jillian, Winnie, and Michelle, they are into some excellent community development initiatives. So,
That's awesome. So who's the next? Michelle, would you like to say anything about anyone?
Jeng works in Surabaya at the university, and I was in the Indonesian session earlier. I think it might have been today or maybe yesterday. No, I think it was yesterday. I'm losing my days. Winnie, I am impressed that you are here, girlfriend from New Zealand. You're 2 hours ahead of me, and you're doing amazing stuff. And I love the fact that you're a vegetarian. So thank you.
Stacey, would you like to say anything about anyone?
Sure, cool. Jillian and I could like be kindred spirits. Like, that's just a whole thing. I feel like I need to go visit and we could just talk it out. Like, just chuck us in a break room. We'll be back. We'll just you know, and that'll be fine. And Chris, man, solid effort. I am cold right now, and you look like you're like, yeah, it's cool. I appreciate that. I feel like that's your personality. You're just cool.
Thank you, Stacey. Anyone else want to share? Trish, would you like to say anything about anyone?
Kirsty from Joburg. Great to see you are into tourism, and I reckon you have a lot of fun in your life, personally. And Michelle is always fun and very efficient too. Don't be deceived by that very happy face.
Thank you so much. So who's next? Angie, would you like to say anything about anyone?
Yeah, I would like to say about Mahuvi when she talked about the New Zealand. It made me like crazy again when this pandemic will end and I will just fly to New Zealand because it's a really nice place to visit. That made me more crazy to just go there.
Well, I guess only one more person can share his or her views. You can raise your hand or just open your mic and say, please. We would really like.
Please, Romana has reconnected, and I'm just wondering if she can hear us and would want to say anything.
Yes, Romana, can you listen us? Well, I guess she is trying yet, but you can share your views for any participant. How did you find the people here? Oh, well, I guess let's move forward. Thank you so much for everyone. It's really really interesting to know about different people across the world. So, I wish I would request you to we can go to for next step.
Thank you so much, everyone. Chris and everybody who's having just 2 a.m. or Michelle who just got off her flight. I hope this breakup, this icebreaker woke you all up and got you ready for what's coming next. So, Kulsum, please share the slide because now we are going to study something. After all the fun, let's study something.
So which slide you want me to just start with?
Just put on this slide. इसको बड़ा कर दो. So everyone, just to explain you a bit further, I work with another organization that is Make Sense, and I lead a chapter for that in Pakistan. Make Sense works with social enterprises and helps them to grow and build on their businesses. So we were taught these templates by them, and I want to give credit to them for enabling us to share this with you guys further and to help everyone who's into community building and into social entrepreneurship. So like we discussed earlier that why we have chosen this topic, social enterprises and sustainability, because I believe that during this pandemic, our community initiatives or our social enterprises are the ones who are going to help not just us and our communities, but our countries to cope with this pandemic, and it's going to help our countries come out of this crisis. So this Canvas issue analysis is for anyone who either has an idea, has a startup, or is already into or has already a developed business model of his or her social enterprise. So what this Canvas is going to do is it's going to shake some ideas into your mind. It's going to help you to redefine what you are doing, why you are doing, and how you can improve that. So the issue analysis, first, of course, we have to define what the challenges that you are going to solve. In my case, the challenge was plastic pollution. So to define that, I had defined the challenge, but now what can I do about that? Or why is it that I have chosen that challenge, or why that challenge has appealed to me? So this template is going to help me with that, and whatever business idea you people have will help you with that. So what are the negative impacts of the challenge or issue? Let me ask you people a question. Why do you pick a certain initiative? For example, if somebody chose to develop his or her idea into plastic pollution, why didn't he or her do it in something else like wildlife protection? Why do we do it?
Passion, and it's usually got something to do with what we're experiencing or interested in.
Exactly. So what appeals to you, or usually what happens is that if you had some personal experience that appealed to you and that motivated you to come up with a solution. So what were the negative impacts that somebody working in plastic pollution could have seen? Anybody?
So things like harm to animals.
Exactly, harm to animals, true.
Polluted
And
waterways.
Landfills. I don't know you people can hear me or not.
we can.
We can hear you now, Romana. Can you hear us?
My internet connection is something doing, I don't know what to say.
It's okay, Romana. We are just discussing how social
First,
enterprises can
yes,
identify the issue that they are tackling.
I started to work against the polythene. Polythene bags which are using in abundance in our country. Introducing the jute bags, cotton bags to get rid of this polythene bags.
Why you thought of the alternatives?
Because polythene is destroying our earth, landfills are filled with polythene everywhere. Whenever the wind storms comes or wind blowing, we see everywhere the polythene bag.
True. So it is one of the negative impacts could be that it is destroying our environment. It is
Yes, of course.
destroying our water channels. It is destroying our land.
Lands also.
The toxins when they release into our environment, into the soil, they destroy plants,
Yes,
animals,
yes. In the
microorganisms.
soil, they make a thin layer between the soil and hello.
True, Romana, true. So these could be some of the negative impacts that when an enthusiast observes, then that leads him or her towards a solution. So what are the causes of this challenge issue? Why is this challenge existing today? When you are designing a social enterprise, you think of why in the first place is this challenge existing? Why is plastic pollution existing?
Lack of education.
True, true.
Again, problem here.
And unfortunately, for countries like Pakistan, the corporate industry has no repercussion. They use plastic in abundance and they are not answerable to anyone. So that can be one reason. People don't have the knowledge. People are not sensitized towards this issue, that why plastic pollution it is so important to tackle this problem. So these are some of the whys. What are the causes that we answer when we are trying to design our social enterprise? When we have identified the problem, we have thought of why and what, then we come to observe, or when we come to design, we think, who is this solution going to benefit? Is it just me? Is it just my idea, something that I like or something that I'm going to get benefit from? So you have to determine your social enterprise with this lens, that who are going to be your direct, what is going to be the direct impact and what is going to be the indirect impact. So again, if I talk about the plastic pollution, direct impact is, of course, all the living things. Animals, plants, humans, everybody is going to have a direct impact. In case we don't take any step, any measure to counter it, every living thing is going to get destroyed. And when we come up with a solution, so everybody is going to get benefit out of it. And what is going to be the indirect benefit out of it? Anyone?
I see Romana has her hand up. Did you want to contribute, Romana? Okay.
Yes, Romana, you can share your views.
Romana?
I guess.
Shafa,
Maybe
can you
we've lost
please
Romana again.
message us separately?
Yeah,
And
sure. Yeah, sure.
yeah. Please. So ask her if she has any, and she's unable to join this voice through the voice, she can drop it in the comment section, or she can convey it to you as well.
So I was just
for
thinking about what you.
Yeah,
I was just
please.
thinking about what you said about the indirect, and so it might be like a more global response, because when you were talking about the fact that in Pakistan, some of your companies don't necessarily have restrictions. If your solution then focuses on assisting with restrictions or even assisting with a cleanup, that will still help the global world by reducing some of that. So that's an indirect.
True, true. And again, the greener the environment, though we think of it as an indirect impact, but indirectly it's going to impact us and have a positive impact and result on our health, our living situation. So what is the scope of the problem? How many people are affected with it? Their size of the market, etc. So market analysis, in my case, again, when we are talking about plastic pollution, this is a global problem. And of course, like I said, everybody gets impacted, but not everybody has a global appeal to the problem and the solution. It is very important to narrow down your niche, your market, who are the beneficiaries, who is going to impact it, how you're going to engage people into your social enterprises. This whole template is going to help you in that. Any questions so far? Next, please. So this is an amazing, amazing template. Has anyone heard of Lean Business Canvas?
Certainly have, yeah.
Michelle has. Anyone else? Shafak, you did that with me. You should know that. So what used to happen is that businesses used to have books and books of these business models, and they used to spend months designing a business model, and like they used to hire technical teams. But now these templates, these canvases has made it possible to shift all those books and months and technical expertise to this one page. And we as leaders of social enterprises, we can design our model by ourselves. The Lean Business Canvas is specifically for the regular businesses, and this one addresses directly to the community initiatives and the social enterprises. So let's discuss this one by one. And you guys have to be very attentive, because after this, we are going to divide all of you into groups where you are going to choose one business model, one topic that you all mutually agree to, and you will discuss all these 9 points among yourselves. And when you come back, you will share your findings with us. So homework as well. So to start this template, you don't have to go from left to right, right to left, but to make it easy, we have labeled them as 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first one you need to come up with is the social and or environmental benefit that you are trying to develop. So you can have any social enterprise. What is the challenge that you are addressing? Here you will define that. That is the first point. Of course, in a group, you have all to agree to the one idea, because if you are, let's say, 5 people in one group, you cannot do it for all of the 5 business ideas. So you'll take one as a model business idea. After that, when you are done with the idea, you will do the value proposition. What is the solution to solve the social environmental challenge that you identify? What is the solution? So again, just to quote an example, my social enterprise Phemonics is working on sustainable alternatives towards plastic pollution. And our solution is that we are working on 100 solutions. We want to present them as practical examples to our people, to the consumers who can opt them. They should be able to know that they have an option. They can buy a plastic product and they have an eco-friendly product. This is what we are doing. This is our value proposition. So clients, beneficiaries, who are your beneficiaries? Who are your clients? Our clients, when I thought about this, so when I think of Pakistan's market, unfortunately, we cannot, our target audience cannot be everyone, because there is a certain class of people who are opting for eco-friendly products. This could be because they are sensitized towards this issue, or they can afford to buy these custom-made products, or for some reason, our target market is, you can say, the elites of Pakistan. And in that, specifically, we are targeting the women, because women are fond of shopping, so they don't mind spending money. That is our target audience. And even in that, you can define age.
Sorry, Mawish, you're breaking up again. I don't know whether you can move your microphone, or it's very crackly again and hard to hear you.
Am I audible now?
That's better, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so what I've done is I've turned off my video for the time being, so my voice is clear. So are we clear on clients and beneficiaries? So you guys need to identify your target audience according to the place, according to the age, gender. These are different things that you have to consider before thinking of your clients and beneficiaries. So what are the distribution channels? If you have a solution that can be a service or a product, what channel are you going to use? Again, in our case, we are using channel of social media. Our focus is Facebook, but we do use Twitter and Instagram as well. And later on, we are thinking of developing a website where only the eco-friendly, those value proposition 100 solutions to plastic as sustainable alternatives to plastic pollutions will be available on that website for people to go and purchase. So this is our distribution channel. Then we have clients, beneficiaries relationship, how you are going to maintain client relationship. This is very important. There is something I was going through a few days back, that is Facebook chatbots. So small social enterprises, they have this option now to develop those chatbots who communicate in your absence, like you're not even reading the message and they are communicating on your behalf. They are replying to the queries, they are forwarding products to the customers in the messenger. So that can be one channel. Then email marketing, that can be another channel to reach out to your customers and to get in, to remain in contact. Then of course, WhatsApp groups and other options that you have. And if you have a physical presence somewhere, then of course your office. Then we have incomes, very important. So this is what you all have been, I guess, waiting for, that how are you going to generate revenue? So I'm going to ask you people, specifically in this situation of pandemic, when the traditional ways of making money, generating revenue has changed. Can you think of innovative ways how you can engage your clients and generate revenue? Anyone, please?
So like making masks?
Okay, Stacy, but how will you sell them?
So using like the Facebook platforms and things like that, and doing letterbox drops so that you're not having that face-to-face contact.
Perfect. Anyone else?
We're getting ready to do some crowdfunding.
Sorry, Jillian, if you can repeat.
We're preparing to start crowdfunding.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's a good way to go. Anyone else? Okay. So very important to acknowledge and realize that the traditional ways of generating revenues has changed. And it may not come to those regular channels in at least coming 2 years. So what will you do? You'll just stop generating revenue. You will stop doing your social work. You will stop contributing to your social enterprises. No, you will come up with new ways. Social media is your best friend nowadays. Use that, utilize that. There are multiple things, innovative things that you can do. Like Jillian said, you can do crowdfunding. You can, I hope you all have Facebook marketplace in your countries. Unfortunately, we don't have in Pakistan. So that's why I'm asking you. So you can advertise your products and services there. Even Google is coming up with new initiatives to help small businesses. You need to explore your ways. Explore your ways to reach out to your customers. Don't just rely on the conventional methods. So when you are going to discuss your social enterprise, you have to come up with innovative channels to generate revenue. To quote what we did at Phimonics, we had to do a major event in the month of March. We were going to display those 100 solutions as sustainable alternatives to plastic pollutions. Our women-led micro enterprises, eco-friendly enterprises, were going to display their products and services. We had booked the hall. We were done with all the preparations. We had invited some dignitaries. We took our government on board. We took some international organizations. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you again. I wish you do keep breaking up. I'm just wondering if there's anything else you can do. Now, I know, see you've got your camera off, but it's very difficult to hear you. I don't know if others are struggling as well.
Yes, we are.
Are you there, Mawish?
How about now, Michelle?
Okay. Kasum, I'm not sure if my wish is still there. Are you able to take over or?
Yeah, let me check.
Can you hear me now?
No, and I can't hear Kalsum either.
Michelle, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, Mavish.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I can't hear either of you.
shall I just Shafaq, can you hear me?
मैं थोड़ी सी इंटरप्शन है आपकी और कुलसुम दोनों की आवाज में।
मुझे आप लोगों की आवाज नहीं आ रही, so
Mavish, can you hear me?
I can hear
Michelle,
you perfectly.
I can see you, but I'm unable to hear you. So you want me to log out and log in again? Just nod, please. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to log out. I'll be back in 1 minute. Have fun. And meanwhile, guys, I guess it was already too much and too much information. So have fun. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Mavish.
Thanks for the break to all.
Well, I guess we can enjoy our tea if you people would like, as I'm doing it. Kulsum, there's some interruption in your voice as well.
Work, and I was just thinking to go to make a cup of tea for myself. Oh my God, so it's in mine as well?
Yes. Well, I'll be better. Well, it's almost, in fact, just 1 minute less. It's almost 8 p.m. here. Being at workplace, it's I was really needing a cup of tea, so that's why I am having it.
Actually, I have to make it for myself because all the cook and the helpers are on the leave due to this COVID, because I just put them all off.
Yes, please. We wouldn't want to see your sleeping face and screen black out, and we were calling Kulsum. Are you there?
I'm thinking Malwish is having trouble connecting because I can't. She's not on her way back yet.
So it's better that we can do it here.
ठीक हो गया, टेम्पलेट को फिर उस पे कर दो. I'm just having a bit of issue with this to handle it on phone.
The template Do you have Excel? Excel है तुम्हारे पास?
अच्छा, मैं template उस पे, let me open my template on my laptop and then I can.
Because या तो मुझे WhatsApp कर दो, I can open it here. मेरा भी connection थोड़ा सा unstable.
So everyone, please let's decide one topic or one business model that Phimonics. I did describe Phimonics model with all of you, but I want you to do it here yourself so that you can understand it better, that what the template is about and how you can design your own business models later on. You can give suggestions and we'll come.
No, मैं जरा screen stop कर रही हूँ, मैविश, तो मुझे
No, participants need to see the template.
मैं उसको करती हूँ. Meanwhile, तो मुझे भेज रही हो.
So suggestions, please. Anyone who is already running a social enterprise, if you want to do that, do this business model on that, or you want to do it on some new idea? Anything?
Well, I guess we can start it from assuming taking our current situation, how we can cope the situation for next few times. Like as someone shared, we can and go for some precautionary equipment like mask or any such kind of thing. We can also discuss about sanitizing our environment.
Okay, you are thinking about those sanitizing what rooms that they have designed in Pakistan, something like that?
While people are using plastic sheets very much, like especially I was watching this somewhere, they are using a whole plastic cap around them to protect themselves. Do we have any other solution for? Do we have any other solution or any idea to keep ourselves safe from this virus? Apart from this plastic sheet we are using for ourselves and for our space, like medically there was a cream driver who was using a whole plastic cable in his own car. He make a proper plastic cable around his seat, and I was like, it's a big sheet.
Okay, so the challenge you want to address is how to come up with innovative solutions to
avoid using plastic in this special time. What is the alternate option?
Okay, anyone else?
That sounds good. Let's go with that one.
Is that a go from Stacy?
Yes, that's a big go. Woo! Let's do that one.
Mavish, check the chat. I have sent you the message. I'll be right back.
Okay. So you guys have the template in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So first one, the social and or environmental benefit that you are trying to develop is to come up with alternative solutions to protect plastic protective shields in pandemic. Yeah. Let me note that down, please.
And so one of the things which you said earlier is that we don't necessarily have to work on it on the number order, do we? We can do it in whatever order we want, correct?
True, true. But the numbering will help you to develop it's kind of a map that will help you if you go from 1 to 2. It can help you to develop your idea in a better way, but if you want to do it randomly, it's up to you, not an issue.
I'm a bit random.
Okay, so which one do you want? So we have identified
Let's
the
go
problem.
2.
Yeah. Which one you want to go to next?
Yeah, we'll go 2. 2 sounds great.
2, okay. Okay, value proposition. What is the solution to solve this social environmental challenge you identified? Solutions now.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he was covering himself with plastic shield because he thought plastic can protect him from the virus, right?
So maybe there's some other product which isn't like a plastic base?
Exactly, true.
I don't know what that is, but like I need more research time for that.
I agree with you, but let's think if we have pure cotton, which is environmental friendly, and if it's layered, you think we'll be able to, that would be a good alternative?
Yeah, not lead.
I thought of layered just because if it's a virus and if it can penetrate, so we need a layering, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw some really cool stuff that they made with like 3D printers and things like that. And that's not like it wasn't necessarily made with a plastic. It's a different type of product. So it doesn't have the same like environmental impact. So maybe something like that. Or maybe even, here's a thought, maybe we could recycle some plastic.
Love it. Love it. Recycling and upcycling is a perfect solution to utilize what's already in our environment.
There we go. Top of the class. I'm out.
It can work. It can work.
So recycled plastic or eco-friendly fabric as a substitute, right? Anything that works to prevent the penetration of virus. So that's the value proposition that we are, this social enterprise could be offering, that it is not producing new plastic, it is recycling what is already into the environment. So who will be your clients and beneficiaries? This should be very easy.
Everyone.
Everyone. Every human being on planet Earth.
Everyone, and especially the taxi driver, cab drivers who are using it more.
True that.
To everybody who needs to go out, of course, they want to protect themselves. They want to use something. True. So there is no gender differentiation here. There is no age differentiation here. I should say even the children, if somebody is going to school, they should use it. That can be a perfect solution. I'm loving it. Actually, I'm thinking of developing it actually into a business idea.
That's amazing.
So what are some of the distribution channels that you can use?
Oh man, if we made this, like all we'd have to do is put it like on YouTube or on Facebook, and then it would be shared everywhere. Like you put it on Instagram. We can make like a Snapchat filter and put it on there. You just put it, like it would be an instant bestseller.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
I want
7. We could put it also. On. With all these conferences that have been going on since yesterday. Like all the participants hearing that this is a model that has come from the conference, then everybody would be like a distributor. Everybody would be a client.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
So I have my camera off so that I can read the document closely. I'm using my phone. That's why my camera is off.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
No, I'm saying my camera is off because I want to look at the business model document on my phone closely.
Perfect. No issue. No issue at all.
Otherwise, you'd be seeing my eyelashes.
We won't mind that as well, so it's okay. But it's such a good suggestion. Perfect. So we are clear about distribution channels. Anyone else?
Well, I guess we find the solution. Number 1, some cotton fabric. Number 2, to recycle the plastic.
True. That is value proposition, and we have discussed 4 points, that is distribution channels as well. So who will, 5th one is clients and beneficiaries. A type of relationship you want to have with your clients and beneficiaries. How do you want to interact with them? So somebody bought something from you. now they want to rate your product, or they want to give a review, or you want to engage them in something that you have, like maybe you developed a mask that you want to sell them to them as well. So how will you reach your customers?
Well, I guess here in Pakistan we have some services like Cream and Uber, which are providing such kind of services. So we can reach those companies directly to guide their drivers to use such kind of products.
Okay. How about some, you're talking about physical channels?
We can contact them through email and through advertisement as well. And we can run a social media campaign as well.
But how will you re-engage them? Somebody bought something for you and now you want to build a relationship with them. How will you re-engage them?
Run a competition.
I think for me, if somebody did that, I mean, definitely I would have their contacts. Let's start from there. I'd have their email addresses, their phone number. I think a follow-up, just like to check, hey, how is it working? You know, do you have any comments about the product? Is there anything that you found that you need to improve? Like kind of build rapport with them so that in the end they will also become like your marketing tool, because then they can still spread to other channels. But using phone calls or email, especially now that we are not having meetings face to face.
Perfect. This is the perfect way to go about it, to have a follow-up discussion, feedback with your customers. This is how you will develop a long-term relationship with them. Out of every 10 clients that you have, at least 5 will come back to you for your other products, for your other services. So this is very important to maintain a channel with your clients and beneficiaries.
And I think also, like, if it's the first time somebody is buying, you know, I would try also to put in something a little bit extra that is not also costly on my end. It could be like a mask, you know, a bonus mask, or a small hand sanitizer. In this context, it could be a pen or a hat, because they're taxi drivers, like something like that, that they go, yeah.
Perfect. That is an excellent way to approach your clients and to maintain them for future products and services. So now comes the important part. How are you going to generate revenue out of your business model? So you can integrate that with the activities. So what kind of activities will you do? The one we have at 8th point. What are some of the activities you'll do that will lead towards revenue generation?
Is it apart from like no, go on, Stacy.
No, you go. You go.
Now I wanted to ask, like, is it before we've done the marketing and all that, or which specific activities are you asking? I'm not sure I understand yet.
Anything that will help you to generate revenue, that will help you to sell your product. That can be a marketing strategy as well.
Oh, I'm totally making a video and I'm putting it on YouTube.
Okay, perfect.
About how, like, we've gone out, we found the plastic. This is like not exactly, you know, like there's a secret ingredient, but like not sharing the whole details. But then we've got this really cool product and it's a bargain price plus a little bit.
That is such a good strategy. YouTube channels are nowadays the best channel to reach your customers through the videos, video reviews. You can try them on, you can show them how the product works. You can, like the people they do makeup tutorials, they put on makeup and they come back after hours and they show you what the product did. if it delivered what it claimed. So a video like that.
Oh, and we can make a TikTok. We can make a TikTok and do a
Yeah,
whole dance with it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking also, like if I think in my context where I am, for my clients would be like taxi drivers, and they're in Nairobi, which is like 3 hours away from here. But they have associations, and those associations, they have like WhatsApp groups, and they have like Facebook groups. Like I would find ways to interact with like the team leaders of those associations of the clients and use those platforms. Because yeah, once people see that something is working, it sells like hotcake. People will buy, like really, people will really buy because they've heard or they've been told. Like word has a lot of power, especially if it comes from someone that they respect. So that would be a strategy I would use, like using those influencers for those areas where the beneficiaries or the users will buy, and I know it will sell.
That is a good way to organize the activities. Then, like I explained, in my case, we were about to have a huge exhibition, and then we shifted that exhibition to an online event. So maybe you can do, and we called that a shop-a-thon. That was a 2 hour shop-a-thon. There was a continuous lineup of eco-friendly product sellers who were displaying their products, and people could see, and that was interactive, fun, and again focused on our theme and motives. So maybe something like that, a shop-a-thon. Use different WhatsApp groups, use the influencers, use people to request people to give reviews, make reviews yourselves. So yes, these can be different activities because the ultimate goal is going to be to generate revenue, right?
Right, yeah.
Perfect. Anything else? Anyone wants to contribute more to this?
I guess you
Okay.
sum up quite.
So what will be the resources? In this case, you have a product. In my case, I had a service. So when you are selling a product, what will be the different resources? Of course, the raw material.
In case of resources, we need to check our local market about the raw material and the manufacturing as well.
True,
No more
true.
time.
Because you're opting for a customized solution, right? So for that, you have to make sure that the product that you're delivering is from what you are claiming it to be. It has to be recycled raw material. So that recycle, you have to hunt for that recycled material. You have to hunt for the facility where they can develop your idea into a product, and how to the packaging and how you are going to deliver that. So
yeah,
all the channel from designing to developing it into
production
a
to
product
distribution.
to distribution, right? Exactly. So these are the resources. Then if you need a physical space for yourself to maybe dump those suits or products for the timing till the time somebody orders them and you deliver them. So you have to carefully look into the resources that you'll be needing.
Yeah, I mean, that also includes, I think, even personnel and staff, like, you can't do everything alone.
No.
Although it's, I mean, if we are talking like in the context of COVID-19, it's, you have to be smart to know how many people you could work with. Maybe the fewer, the better, because of the transmission. But I think like, yeah, on resources, apart from like distribution and surface area capital and all that, I think personnel that is skilled to be able to produce what the vision is.
Absolutely true. That is true. So we have already discussed activities. Anybody wants to add something to that? Or we are good to go to ninth one, partnerships.
Yeah, maybe we go to the ninth one.
Partnerships. So for partnerships, this is going to be easy. So not everybody is going to be working on a recycled solution. So if somebody is just providing a face mask, you can coordinate with them and you can develop a partnership that you can offer this deal, and this is the percentage on every sale that I can offer you, right?
Right.
Again, if you need sponsors, a lot of organizations are nowadays investing into solutions to cater to this pandemic. So you can write proposals, you can contact different organizations, national, international, to fund your initiative. And of course, other than that, such kind of partnerships like you do with the influencers, if they sell something, you offer them a percentage.
I'm also thinking like government funding and things like that to address certain areas which they might see as important, especially with like COVID. There was certainly a lot of money that came around for potential solutions for different things.
True, true, true. These are different channels that we can explore who can directly or indirectly benefit. Directly in a sense that they can fund our initiatives, there can be grants, there can be sponsorship, there can be anything. Other than that, the other kind of partnership is the exchange thing. Like I said, somebody is offering mass, you can make a deal with them that if you sell our suit with that or our solution with that, so this is a percentage that I'm willing to offer you. So that's a win-win situation. In return, you can sell their mask as well if you're not dealing in that. So you should think in both ways. So that brings us to the 10th one that will that is the base of this whole business model, that what is going to be the cost. So you have designed your strategies, you have designed your activities, you have designed your partnerships, the resources, the channels. Now you're clear about everything that is going to be involved in your business model. And this is the time that you will sit down and you will calculate your costs. Like we spoke about resources, how many people you will engage, the distribution channel, the
waste.
Exactly, the raw material that you are going to utilize. So everything will be engaged, come down to the costs. Clear now?
Crystal.
So that brings us to the end of our social enterprise business model. Any question?
This model tells us we
could
need
you give an
to
example?
have a good plan. It shows we need to work a lot on it, especially in this situation.
Right. Somebody else was saying something?
No, I just wanted, I don't know if I missed, just like maybe an example of what number 10 is.
Costs?
Yeah.
You
is
want
that
me
like
to
now
repeat
the total cost of everything? Yeah.
True.
So that
So like I said,
that refers to the, yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah. So like I said, cost will involve everything from the, let me go back. from the resources that you are going to use, different activities that you have planned, different distribution channels that you are going to use, the partnerships that you are going to develop.
Right.
All this will contribute towards the cost.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone else? So this brings us to the end of our session. Kalsum, can you stop sharing your screen, please? I'm struggling with my phone, believe me, because I'm not used to of hosting a session on phone. I do attend meetings on phone, but to host a session and to use different elements is a bit tricky. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for staying till the late. I know it became a bit like heavy stuff, I guess. But thank you for being very active and interactive. And if there is any question, please feel free to ask me. My email ID is Mahwish Afridi, MAHWISH or just Google me, find me on Facebook. I'm everywhere. I'm very active on Facebook. You can connect with me there and you can find me like 24/7. I'm on, even when I'm sleeping, I'm like checking my phone if I have some notification or something. So thank you so much, everyone. And I hope we'll be seeing you guys again on some other unconference or some other initiative. And